Welcome to Mentor Mondays. I'm Pamela Gray, your host. I am so delighted to have you join me to talk about mentoring. Now, it could be that you're thinking about being a mentor, or you might be thinking you'd like to bring a mentor into your life. Either way, I hope I can enrich your life and get you to think about the benefits of being mentored. It's such a worthwhile experience, not only for you if you're mentoring, but for the person that receives the benefit of your expertise and knowledge. You see, it takes teamwork and a willingness to share that brings the mentoring magic together to change people's lives. You know, so often, being a mentor, we oftentimes think, oh, well, someone will naturally step forward and want to mentor me. But I don't know that that's true. Oftentimes, there needs to be an ambition on your part to want to be mentored. You have to feel it, kind of like fire in the belly. You know You've been honest enough with yourself to know, I don't know something, but I'll bet someone else can share their knowledge and expertise with me, and I could greatly benefit. It could help me leapfrog forward if I just had some insight as to how to do something. Everybody wants to get somewhere, somehow, faster. And a mentor can help do that if you're the right fit, if you're the right person for what they have to offer. So let's talk a little bit about goal setting. One of the most important things I want to encourage you, whether you're wanting to mentor or want to be mentored, is the goal of the mentee should drive everything. So often, I think it's misunderstood that the mentor would set the goals. They know better. They know so much more. They're so much wiser. But I have never found in my experience that I would ever come in and say, I know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. Now, granted, it may take a little time to shape and craft the goals, and a mentor could be helpful. Perhaps see things in a bigger light, or maybe your goals are too tiny or not big enough for what you're capable of doing. And that's where a mentor can be so helpful, is to give you feedback on the goals. But first, you have to have some clarity about what you want to accomplish. Now, in my own personal experience, I have mentored people professionally, oftentimes in business, but I've also mentored people who have been in higher education, who have taken on a big role like a department chair. I've also mentored people who have completed lengthy preparation to enter the ministry and want to provide the oversight of spiritual leadership and organizational leadership on a church or a ministry. You see, you have to have goals in order for a mentor to have value to you. The goals should be something you're passionate about, something you want to achieve, but are perhaps a little fuzzy as to how to craft them or how to get there. And that's where a mentor can be immensely helpful. But the most important takeaway I want you to have from these thoughts is you, the mentee, should have the primary role and responsibility to set the goals. They have to be your goals. You have to be excited and enthusiastic about reaching them. No matter how remote or distant they seem to be to you today, a mentor can help bring you closer and closer and closer to the realization that each goal is achievable. Each goal, with the right resources and support, can not only be met and achieved, but oftentimes exceeded. We just need to navigate our way through some of the questions that we might have. all of us lack some self-confidence when it comes to achieving our goals. And that's where a mentor can be really helpful, is they've oftentimes walked in those shoes that we're so eager to step into. And they can reflect back and look and think about the things that have helped them be successful. Now, I mentioned when I introduced this series about the qualities we should look for in a mentor. They should be trustworthy. They should have demonstrated that they can adapt to changing circumstances. They need to be the kind of people who know how to take initiative. They need to be team players and encourage people positively to bring out the best in themselves and oftentimes the best in other people. These are wonderful qualities that are so essential to having success in a relationship with a mentor who brings an immense amount of experience and exposure to opportunities that they've chosen to accept and embrace. And they had the courage to pursue and strive, even in the midst of a quandary as to what to do and when to do it. What resources will I need? Who do I call on for support? You see, this exchange between mentor and mentee is a warm embrace of what we all obviously know. There are goals to be achieved. We have a starting point, there'll be a middle point, there'll be milestones along the way, and then we'll have that wonderful experience when we've met or achieved our goals, or maybe even exceeded. So let's ask ourselves, if we're setting goals and working towards clarifying what those goals are, what might a mentor be looking in for in us? You see, it's not just us sizing them up and saying, well, are they good enough to be my mentor? They're actually, on the flip side of all of this, they're going to be sizing you up. Are you a person that would take what they have to offer and put it to good use? Are you a person that would listen thoughtfully and begin to execute as suggested on their recommendations? So let's take a few minutes and go over a few key points here, the things that they're going to be looking for in you. And ask yourself, am I ready to be mentored? Am I worthy of being mentored? Well, of course, we all want to say yes, but we also should start preparing ourselves to look at, what do I bring to the relationship with a mentor? Here are a couple things I want you to think about. Do you know if you're trustworthy? And I don't mean cash register honest when I say trustworthy. I'm saying a person with whom someone would share something so personal in their own growth that they know and can trust you'll take it to heart to benefit you. So, are you trustworthy? Can you take that knowledge and experience and honor it and bring it to bear on the choices and decisions you're going to make? Another thing a mentor might be looking for in you is your willingness to change. You know, I've never had a mentee that didn't need to set aside a few old habits, maybe worn out habits, that if they could just let go of some of the things that no longer serve them, they would have the energy and perhaps the insight to try something new. Are you that kind of person? Are you willing to try something new? Are you willing to open yourself up to think of yourself in a different light? A mentor is going to be looking for that quality in you. Are you open, willing, ready, set, go? In other words, Are you willing to take the initiative that they're encouraging you to take to be all that you can be? Or are you just going to sit back and see if they can prove to you why you should take their guidance? A mentor will pick up on that very quickly. So it's very important for you to make sure that you are giving your full attention to that exchange. As you share your goals, they can suggest perhaps a timetable for how those goals might be met. They can suggest one or more ways to prepare yourself to be more effective or efficient in those goals. You know, it's going to likely come up that you could be a little fearful of what you don't know, or you're fearful of what you think may happen. And sometimes we can talk ourselves out of doing a lot of things because of the fear of the unknown. But I can encourage you that a mentor would never put you in harm's way or jeopardize you. They're going to give you some guidance and encourage you to step into a new opportunity or perhaps step away from something that could be unproductive or not essential for your growth. Good thing to listen. Take your cue from what they are encouraging you to absorb and to consider before you take an important next step or before you make that next important decision. You see, because above all, they are placing a great deal of energy, time, and thought in your success. And they're investing in you. Just like they're looking to see how invested are you in what you want to accomplish. That's why setting goals is so important. So before you seek out that mentor relationship, start writing down some of those important goals and prioritize them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you know what's important to you and what you're passionate about. And with the right mentor in the right setting, they'll recognize that you're trustworthy. You're going to listen to what they have to share in their experiences, their wisdom, their wealth of knowledge, and you're going to take it to heart and begin to apply that. They're going to see that it takes some courage to make these changes, and they'll help encourage you and be your best advocate. They'll also hold some accountability in the things that they want you to do, and also share with them in terms of your experience that you've now entered into. Come back into that relationship on a regular basis and share your feedback, share your thoughts, share your questions. And surely in time, that mentor will allow their experience, their knowledge to unfold in a beautiful, helpful way. And that is what you should be excited about by being mentored. So prepare yourself. Give this some thought. And next time on Mentor Monday, I'll share a little bit more about that journey as you prepare yourself to accept the beauty of being mentored. So today, go out and greet your good, have a super week, and join me next Monday on Mentor Monday for more insights into the value and the wisdom of being a mentor and being mentored. Thank you.